to round 2 of Dominate Dominion number 79. I am RheingoldRiver. Casting with me is perhaps Nyx. It might be Nyx.
Perhaps Nyx.
It's perhaps
Not
Nyx.
quite sure.
We haven't decided yet.
Not sure. I may be an 87-year-old man who plays League of Legends, but I might not be Nyx. Maybe. But here we see Murka Murka versus Team something or other. Team
Dreamum Wakeupum.
Dreamum Wakeupum. We shall see. An 87-year-old man. 87. No. But Rheingold didn't know what an old person sounded like. So I was trying to do my best impression of an 87.
Someone was saying that he should cast with an old person accent. I'm like, what is that? What?
Back in my day, we went to school uphill and we went home uphill. I don't know.
But it was awesome because you lived on a water slide.
That could be it. So we see bans coming out. We see chat bans: Katarina, Nidalee, Zyra, Kassadin. Nidalee, Zyra, Kassadin are very standard bans. Katarina probably is a target ban against somebody. I'm not sure. And then blue team banned out Elise, Lulu, Wukong. Very strong champions in general. Elise, very strong assassin, skirmisher, built with a lot of magic pen, can go bruiser afterwards, and just tear people apart. Lulu, extremely strong support champion. In Dominion, she gets a lot of gold flow, gets the item that she needs, kites tons of people, kites entire teams with just one glitter lance. It's insane what she can do. And Wukong, we saw what Wukong can do last game just with Cyclone alone. He basically just guarantees you a teamfight victory every time that is off cooldown.
Oh, I have a question for you, Nyx.
Sure.
How do you know that Annie is going to ult you if you face check her in a bush?
How do you know?
It's basically just a guarantee verse. I'm sorry, I had to. It was a requirement.
That was a good one. Very good. Back to I need to work on my puns, so we'll leave the puns to Rheingold here for now. But she does very good puns. Purple team
the key
band.
is that you have to think of them a couple of days before the cast, and then you've already thought of your puns for the day.
This way they don't sound like awkward. They're just like, I have a pun. For purple team, we have Jarvan, Jayce, and Kha'Zix. Jarvan is an extremely strong bruiser, probably the top bruiser outside of Wukong. Basically engages at 800 range. That's unstoppable unless you're like Janna or something. And you have to get lucky with a pop-up there. Really high burst, traps teams. A lot of teams like to create what's called the furnace or like incineration oven, where they use Jarvan and Brand or Jarvan and Annie, like a fire-based champion and Jarvan, and they basically trap someone in a cataclysm and then drop a ton of fire on the team. Jayce, basically a hyper carry. Don't want him to get through. Goes bottom, farms tons and tons of gold. Takes that gold top with like Infinity Edge, and just blats someone with like 1,000 hit point crits. And then Kha'Zix, another strong assassin, basically leaps from 900 range, kills somebody, leaps out from 900 range, and says, "What? Were you expecting to survive my onslaught?" So obvious bans on both sides here, except for the Katarina. Katarina is still confusing me. So if someone can let me in on some knowledge here about Katarina, I'd be very grateful about that. Do you want to talk about picks, or shall I continue here?
You can talk about picks. I assume you know way more about them than I do. I'm just admiring the pun in the Twitch chat. No, why do you hate puns? That was really good. That was really good.
So we can see here, Vi getting first picked out here, which means they want to go for like a pick comp. It's a very viable strategy. See, I got one there. She uses her ultimate to lock down a single target, and then basically have Maokai, Annie, and whoever jump onto that target as well. Also a very strong bruiser. She can go bottom lane, and is extremely powerful bottom lane. Very hard to 1v1. So she needs a lot of people to kind of take down. Kayle and...
Is that going to be a Jinx?
It does look like a Jinx. This will be the first time I've ever seen Jinx in tournament play. So we'll see how she...
She was played in the finals last week by Baby, and I got so excited about it.
How did she do?
Well, they won.
They won? Oh,
all I did was watch Jinx.
Jinx is a lot of fun. Although I'm interested to see how she gets built in Dominion. I've been trying different builds out. I think they'll probably... Oh, no. Gonna switch to Vayne? Oh, coward's way out. What is this? What is this? You jinxed it, Rheingold.
I did jinx it. I'm so sad. She waited until the final hour to lock it in.
Yep. It's too bad.
And she condemned my hopes and dreams.
Well, you know, that's karma for you. So, we see a very heavy AoE comp, or AoE pick comp for Team Murka Murka here, with most likely Vi, Annie, Maokai, and Vayne top. So you have Vi, Annie, Maokai, and Vayne able to lock down a single target some way. So Vi can ult them, Annie can stun with a Disintegrate, Maokai can snare, and Vayne can condemn into a wall. So it's very strong picks. It looks like purple team, which is Dreamum Wakeupum.
Yeah, Dreamum Wakeupum.
Can I just shorten that to DW? Is that okay?
That's what it says in the. That's what the thing in the overlay will say.
DW.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. So
don't worry about it.
DW is going for a large AoE comp here. It doesn't seem like it at first, but they have Leona, which has AoE ult. Kayle does a lot of AoE splash damage, especially when she goes AP, which is the route of choice here on Dominion. Zhao ultimate AoE, and Talon has a lot of AoE, even as an assassin. Rake and Shadow Assault just deal a lot of ambient damage. So that's just a lot to deal with here. And I'm going to assume that Karma is bottom lane. Although that might not be a safe assumption, as Kayle, Talon, and Karma can all go bottom lane on their own. So we'll see which one of them chooses to do so. So we'll see what happens here.
I'm really sad, actually, that it's not a Brand Annie against the Karma, because then Karma would really spend the entire game gathering fire.
That'll really make her inner flame really strong, too.
Yeah, it would really just inspire defiance in the other team.
Oh my god, these puns. I do like that we have a lot of, enemies on the team. So we have, like, Leona versus Diana. We kind of see how that works. And Vayne versus Talon.
They needed to pick Jinx. They needed to... Jinx and they needed to.
I would actually like to see how Jinx is built on Dominion. I think she would go for like a strong AD caster build, like Brutalizer into Last Whisper. Although a lot of Summoner's Rift builds have been like a lot of attack speed into Blade of the Ruined King, or just AD caster style with Bloodthirster into Last Whisper. So we'll see how Dominion does it here. I'm not too familiar with Jinx on Dominion, so that'll be that's too bad that we don't get to see that this game.
It's okay. We can maybe get excited next game.
Maybe. Hopefully, someone will pick Jinx. I would like to see Jinx. She seems like a lot of she seems like a lot of fun to play on Dominion. I played her a lot on Summoner's Rift, and I'm a terrible AD carry player, but she can make me play AD carry remotely well. Like, that's how strong her kit is.
She is so strong.
So we'll see how that works out. You can see Summoner blockers are now down. We see full revives on both teams. The only deviation that we can see here outside of Exhaust is we have a barrier on Vayne, probably to increase her survivability against Xin Zhao, Leona, and Talon, who are most likely going to jump her at the first chance that they get.
And then we have... is actually kind of interesting to me because a lot of Vayne players, well, in particular, Tay, Bebe, and some other AD carry players will just take flash on AD carry. And generally, you don't need flash quite so much because flashing over a wall is just a lot less effective than it is on other maps, Twisted Tree Line and Summer's Rift. But having flash against a team like this, to be able to flash out of a solar flare, to be able to flash away from a Xin Zhao if he's gap closing you, like you condemn him away, you flash right. That's a pretty big gap close that you've, or a gap increase that you've made for yourself. So
that is true. It also the barrier choice is also similar if the AD carry player just doesn't care if they close the gap. So I have derpies could just say, hey, Talon, Leona, or Xin Zhao are going to jump on me. I'm just going to barrier the damage, condemn them away, tumble away, and then continue dealing out the damage. So that may be something that they have in mind, because barrier is on a lower cooldown than flash is, so that you give them a little more opportunity. But flash does indeed have a greater sense of application than barrier does, where dodge the solar flare, or flash over walls. There are a few walls that you can flash over still on Dominion. So it's not as common as it is on Twisted Tree Line or Summer's Rift, but it's still something that is possible. So we'll see if that's something that Vayne might have taken advantage of here. But yeah, maybe she's just like, I'm going to eat whatever gap closer they have and then barrier the damage that they dish out. So that's something that's very possible. So we can see we're back into the loading screen here. We get the nice Panda Annie and the Heartseeker Vayne, and then Neon Strike Vi. I'm actually a really big fan of Neon Strike Vi. I was initially because there was like a particle missing, and so whenever she used her ability to like proc her passive, she turned entirely blue, which I thought was really cool. Because it was like particle missing, you're blue now.
Yeah.
So
her wussy vest.
Her wussy vest.
Yeah, her abilities are wussy vest, fail train, love taps, insufficient force, and police brutality.
Oh, right, from the Jinx.
Yeah.
So, in terms of team compositions, I would actually have to give this to Team DW, which is Dreamum Wakeupum, primarily because they have a lot of dive between Xin Zhao, Leona, and Talon. So I don't think Vayne will have a very good time here, particularly once level 6
my
hits.
My stream crashed. Oh, I think we're good now. Are we good?
Are we good? I don't know.
Okay, I think we're good.
Alright, so I'm going to just keep talking about team compositions here, and then just cut me off whenever you feel like it. Because I can go for days about team compositions, let me tell you. So it looks like it's probably going to be Cumberbot with Diana versus her. It'll be very stalemate-y lane. Diana has a lot of trouble just catching up to Karma due to the shield speed up from Karma and the snare. I don't think the tree will go bottom lane. He might just leave it alone. I'm not sure. But if he does go bottom, it'll leave me a little stumped as to what Diana will do top lane. So
he could branch out into the middle of the map, though, for ganks if he did decide to go bot lane.
But that would sap a lot of damage out from the top lane, from the bottom lane, I think, if Diana didn't go there. So we'll see.
And they could definitely take the point if he left it alone for too long if the wave started pushing.
Yeah. So we do see Karma and Diana head bottom lane. We do have a quasi-4 melee top because Kayle doesn't turn ranged until she presses E for her Judgment.
Righteous Fury.
That's what it is, Righteous Fury.
I always get Kayle's ability names wrong. I don't understand what it is.
So, but, I mean, Talon does have a bit of poke. You see him rake out for the Vayne there. They're just going to do a lot of posturing here. Probably a bit of poke with the saplings, and Annie already has stun up, so they have to be very careful as to who gets stunned first. They don't want to clean engage from Leona, Otherwise, that will allow Xin Zhao and Talon to follow up with Leona. So
Vayne actually just really scared me there, because if she had gotten jumped on by the counter, there's a stun onto 3 though. There's Synergy comes down by jumping in. Talon taking a lot of damage. Ray comes across the exhaust, is down onto 1, and first blood is finally going to go down. Vayne and Kayle both picking up kills there, and Kavi now taking a lot of damage. Generally, you don't want to focus Leona, but when her shield is up, it doesn't matter so much. There's the Zenith way to back across. Even though anyway, the twisted advance onto Kayle, and she gets twisted.
Twistedly denied.
Yeah.
Talon jumping in there for a couple of pot shots at Vayne. A lot of revives used on red team there on DW. So we'll see if they can actually put that to good use. No revives used on Team Murka Murka.
Oh, great damn stun onto Kavi there, but doesn't get the true damage. And so because the Eclipse was there, but MPDVD keeps getting jumped on. There's the twist advance coming back in, and he goes down almost immediately. I have Derpy's cutting back into the point. He wants to stay alive. There's a barrier coming out. It's not barrier too much. Salclose gets the arcane smash up. Looks for a little bit. Sap magic helps out a bit, but they're going to be able to recapture the windmill, looks like.
So yeah, so the root of the problem there was Team Murka Murka didn't have a chance to go back.
Oh, are they?
So
okay, no, yeah, they're going to be able to get it. Vayne coming in, a lot of damage onto Alpha Ferret. Can't quite get the condemn off that she was looking for. Talon comes in, gets a rake across. There's Silver Bolt doing a little bit of true damage, and he's trying to kite backwards. He's going to be able to go back to the health point, and no true damage on Talon. But bot lane is where the gank was. Jiffy and Man were able to manly get the neutralize in a jiffy, and it's Kavi who has to help out practice yellow.
Yeah, so Kavi responding bottom lane to practice the yellow there. Practice yellow had to use a revive, so that means he died in the foray there, which will put a lot of pressure on red team to keep that alive should blue team should Murka Murka decide to gank bottom. Murka Murka really needs to focus down Xin Zhao and Talon here during team fights, and so that means they'll have to get a reveal item for Talon immediately. So you can see Annie is building Sweeper. She has the Kindle Gem ready, going for that Sweeper build. So it'll grant them a little bit more brush control and give them a little more protection against Talon. While posturing mid, you can see a fight break out.
A vengeful Maelstrom from Maokai in the middle of everything. Talon comes across a really good ult there. I have Derpy's getting knocked out by the 3 Talon strike. Probably no, the tumble rockets. He's trying to get out. A double kill for Annie. So that's probably going to get condemned into the wall if Vayne wants to do anything. Vayne can just stay alive. He gets the health relic there. Going forward towards. Don't go to Vayne, and Noxing diplomacy comes across. And the kill is to Vi.
Talon going for a lash assist attempt to try and kill somebody. Unfortunately, he picked out Annie with Vayne. I don't think he could see Vayne, which is why he didn't go for him.
Yeah.
But he tried to kill Annie. Unfortunately, he could not do it. A lot of ultimates Kayle's ultimate is still up, which is unfortunate. I think that might have turned the tide of the battle because Murka Murka has a lot of single target focus here. So with Kayle's ultimate on the target that they're focusing,
Vayne.
Yeah, see Vayne getting caught out there. KV looking for a pick, has to back off immediately. Murka Murka getting a nice twisted advance on Kayle. Kayle knocked out of the fight. Xin Zhao brought extremely low. Nice ultimate onto Talon. Talon not making very much use of it there.
Looks like a bit of a miscommunication.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened here. DW just kind of split apart. Kayle trying to make the best of it, gets exhausted. Attack speed goes plummeting into the floor and gets taken out there. Yeah, Talon not making the best of that use there. Best use of the ultimate, and just Xin Zhao going down before he could usually do enough damage.
Kavi finds, yeah. But he got the health!
Did he? Oh, poor Kavi. He didn't get the health like there, did he? It was Annie.
Yeah, so he tried to Zenith Blade over to steal away the health relic, and that would have been awesome. But Annie was just a little bit too far forward. And it's actually Dreamum Wakeupum who needs to wake up from the dream that they can take the windmill and go gang bot lane.
Yeah, I think that's something that they need to do. They have two very strong gankers that are both physical damage against Diana, who's building a lot of magic resistance. She has the shield. They're just going to take the quest uncontested here.
Oh, that's a really nice rotation.
Yeah, that was very, very good job by Dreamum Wakeupum. Kayle getting caught out here. She can use her ultimate there to stay alive for a second. Nope, condemned into the wall, killed by Vi.
I
Kavi
like
getting
that
caught
she
out there.
didn't use ult there.
Unfortunately, Xin Zhao trying to delay this as much as possible. Talon going to try and show up as well. I don't think he's going to survive this 4v1 here. Let's see if he can do anything. Tries to jump on Vayne, the Shadow Assault, and the Rake going out. Trying to delay as much as possible. The Sweeper proc misses completely. Cannot find Talon. Talon delaying as best as he can. Oh, he's going to go down to Annie's Timber there. And it looks like mid is going to get capped for Murka Murka there. And
Ooh,
luckily,
not quite.
though, not quite. Yeah, they have to back off just in time. Talon was able to bring them low enough so that Kayle and Leona can try and cap this back. The minion wave is not going to do it for them.
They didn't have a creep wave with them, so as soon as the interrupt came from the other team trying to capture for a bit, they weren't able to get the capture all the way. And Corey and Drill going to be traded back to their rightful owners.
DW making a play for top lane. You see Caveat on zone control, trying to protect Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao gets the neutralize here. I don't think he's going to get the cap. Vayne and Maokai there to poke him away. They are going to jump onto Annie. Meanwhile, we're having a 3v2 in the middle of the jungle there. Stez has to run away alongside Tempest. A lot of true damage going on to Kayle there, getting picked out. The ultimate just in time to save Kayle. Very little damage. Stez picking off Vi. With Xin Zhao getting twisted advanced. Too much true damage.
Oh, great condemn.
Very good condemn after the audacious charge into the wall. Unfortunately, I don't think Kayle can do much here. Vayne picking up a nice set of double kills there. We can see bottom lane, there's a lot of fighting going back and forth between Practice Yellow. Ooh, Diana going dangerously low there. Karma trying to make something of it. Dodges the Crescent Sweep. Looks like Diana's just going to back off there with Team DW sending reinforcements to try and take advantage of the back there. Cavi's just going to go straight for the cap.
So that seems like a little bit of an interesting build on Karma. And I'm guessing that the Void Staff is to try and combat the magic resistance Diana has, but what do you think of that build?
It is to combat the rushed magic resistance here. We can see a big fight turning out for bottom lane there. Xin Zhao taking out the tree. Meanwhile, mid, Talon goes down as well as alongside Kayle. It looks like Team DW has to retreat, and unfortunately is going to go down to Vayne here. Oh no, misses the true damage proc, and Karma is able to make it back to the safety of her tower. It looks like Diana should be able to dive this. No, it backs off just because it's like, oh, we have 4 points, might as well take this and recall. But yes,
and
the
actually
Void
they need
Staff,
to pick the windmill back up. But yeah, go the Void Staff.
the Void Staff is to combat, because since Diana is classified as a bruiser, she gets scaling MR. So alongside the scaling MR and the Abyssal Scepter, she has far too much MR for any other penetration items to make sense at this point. You can see blue team getting caught out here by Team DW. Ooh, Talon going down to a lot of burst. Kayle's ultimate keeping her alive just in time. Does not have Righteous Fury on, dealing no damage. Cavi taking down Annie there.
Annie was 10-1 before that, so a lot of gold in that shutdown.
Unfortunately, you don't want the gold to go to Leona of all people, but we'll see what happens. See if she can make use of that. A lot of posturing. Team Murka Murka deciding not to go for mid point there. It's going to back off, count their blessings, and reinforce points with fully healed teammates. You can see Karma still going for more magic pen. So she got the Void Staff, she completed Sork Shoes, and so she's just trying to basically combat the durability of Diana bot lane. And it looks like Talon is going to assist in a gank here. Meanwhile, Murka Murka gets caught out in a sweeper reveal. I don't think DW wants to engage this. It's a 4v3. Oh, Xin Zhao gets blown up almost immediately. And then Vayne trying to chase down Leona with the true damage, and they're getting chased back. Xin Zhao has to revive immediately to reinforce this point. So we'll see if they can actually take this. The ultimate going off onto Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao surviving a lot of that burst there.
That was a really effective ult out of Kayle, and I think that's really what made the difference in this fight compared to the previous ones. Although Annie looking to turn it around with a lot of damage. Timber's also hurting a bit.
Tibbers, if Tibbers is left on the field, she keeps a lot of damage going, particularly with Leandries or if she has magic penetration. And it looks like we're trying. Team DW is really low. Kayle getting the shutdown, or Vi getting the shutdown on Kayle. Vi trying to take out Talon here. The exhaust goes out onto Vi. Cavi, very low, survives enough just to give a stun out. Getting the snare onto Zalkos as well. Let's see if Talon can make use of it. No! Gets the double kill. Annie there to reinforce. Oh, unfortunate for Team DW.
Yeah, that's really where you see just how strong the vibes are. Is that Annie was not gone for the fight for very long at all after she died for the first time. She had the revive up, she revived, she just ran with that extra movement speed all the way back to top, and then she was able to clean up the fight.
And we can see Diana getting Karma very low. Karma has to run away with the speed boost from her shield. I don't think Karma can do much. Oh, Karma dodges the last Crescent Strike there. Or Crescent Strike.
Yeah, Crescent Strike, Xin Zhao's Crescent Sweep, and Akali's Crescent Slash.
I'm not very good with the ability names.
You're actually really good with the ability names. What?
We can see Vayne picking off Leona, the tank there. Stez has to use his ultimate to dish out as much damage as possible, gets taken out because the reveal active.
Yeah,
Karma joining from the bottom lane, dishing out tons of damage. Crescent Sweep going off from Xin Zhao. Cleaning up two champions there. Zalkos left to do nothing but run. Unfortunately, Karma says, I'm going to stop you dead in your tracks there, and Kayle picks up the kill there. Very good team fight.
That was a great roam from Karma.
Yeah, that was a very good job by Karma, realizing that they're going to pressure 4 mid there. Xin Zhao trying to take out Vayne there. Vayne getting supported by Maokai. The audacious charge into the 3-time strike. Not enough damage.
Oh, Kayle didn't have ult. I thought Kayle might have ult, but not quite. But Talon comes in for the assassination on Vayne. Misses the rake there. Just to advance onto Tempest DP, healing a bit from the stat magic, but really he just wants to find anything. And there's a Tibbers, a double kill! He making the triple, chasing down Kavi a little bit, and they don't even care. They're going to pick up the windmill.
Yeah, you can see the crazy burst damage come out from the Tibbers there, just instantly annihilating Talon from the field. So just Annie just demonstrating that she is actually a strong burst mage here on Dominion. She was seen as very weak early on in Dominion's lifetime, so it's nice to see her getting a lot of play here. Annie using the Tibbers to scout, very nice job. She has her stun ready. Unfortunately, Murka Murka is revealed here. This will allow Team DW to posture a little bit more. Talon heading for a gank bottom. Karma trying to get in position there. Starts the fight, getting extremely low. Diana getting caught up by the Talon silence. Still not enough damage. Oh, let's see if Karma is going to go down here. No, Talon just killed Diana in time. Otherwise, Diana might have picked up Karma there.
But Vayne was going to be able to get Karma, no problem. Might even be able to 1v2 this as a condemn into the wall. One more auto attack and a double kill 5 turkeys.
Meanwhile, top lane, a 3v3 going on. Vi goes down, as well as Kayle. Unfortunately, so does Xin Zhao. Annie just cleaning up. 16-4-15 Annie doing some work there.
That's a lot of kills on Annie.
That is. Leandry, Sweeper, and Sork Shoes. Those damages, man, from Annie is insane.
Very nice by IFJRPs there to not overcommit to try and take the Boneyard. Leona was coming around for a flank from behind. Yeah, Kavi was low, but you can still throw down. Actually, his Solar Flare is down, so maybe not so much damage from Leona, but it was very nice that he didn't overcommit to try and take that. Just was happy with the neutralize and then got out.
We can see Leona trying to bulk up as much as possible, although the true damage is really hard to sustain through. We have the true damage from Vayne and the armor shred from Vi, so this is not a tank's paradise here for Team DW. It's just Murka Murka has the tools necessary to blow up tanks. You can see a gank going on bottom lane. Both Karma and Xin Zhao here. Karma's trying to get the snare down. It looks like this is going to be another kill. Oh, Diana able to escape with her ultimate. Unfortunately, Xin Zhao picks up the kill there. Meanwhile, mid lane, near the Speed Shrine, it looks like another 3v3 gets engaged, and Murka Murka just cleans that up without any trouble.
And I have Derpies can dual practice Yellow so effectively right now. Vayne is just really, really huge right now. We've been talking about Annie. Look at Vayne.
Vayne has also been doing some work against a team with like Xin Zhao jumping onto Vayne right now. Vayne not getting the condemn, using the barrier to sustain through the damage there. All that true damage. Let's see if she can kill Xin Zhao.
Oh, she attacked the minion!
You can see the silver bolt proc there on the minion. That would have killed Xin Zhao, I think.
I'm pretty sure it would have.
Poor Vayne there.
No, poor Vayne.
In a system where you have Xin Zhao, Leona, and Talon, playing Vayne is an extremely dangerous gambit here.
Yeah, you have to have perfect micro.
Yeah, they will just jump on you and destroy you if you take one step out of position. As you see a lot of posturing going on for Team Murka Murka. Team DW gaining control of the speed shrine on the opposite side. A nice stun out there from Leona, picking up the kill onto Vi. Vayne trying to stay alive, tumbling through. Cavi getting the ult from Kayle. I don't think that's the best target. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. Talon on top of Vayne there with Xin Zhao's help, able to just rush shot through Rookie. Let's see if they can get a neutralize here. Otherwise, 10, 9. See if Kayle trying her best to get that down. Stops that 7 Nexus health just in time.
Practice Yellow did duel Jiffy and pick up the kill.
Yeah, very good job by Practice Yellow there. Taking advantage of the durability of Athene's and Moonflare Spellblade to outduel the durability of Diana there. Seems like Murka Murka is just going to try and take this top point here. They're going to try and muscle their way on. Xin Zhao using the Crest of Speed to get some durability and dish out the damage onto Annie. Talon just annihilating both Annie and almost Vi, taking out Vi as well. The sweeper onto Vayne gives her no mercy in terms of the tumble stealth. We can see Cavi and Tempest trying to just chase down the tree here, using their combined magic damage to try and take him down here.
Yeah, Sap Magic healed him for quite a bit there. So his passive heals him when he auto-attacks after, I think, 5 spells have been cast nearby him. So it allowed him to heal for a lot, but it wasn't quite enough as he couldn't twist advance for a second time. And so Kayle was able to get the kill.
I'm really excited here. I feel like Team DW has finally realized the strengths of their team composition and are using it. They're not waiting for blue team to engage. But another gank going off bottom, destroying Diana. Unfortunately, Diana gets away. Xin Zhao needs some help here from Karma. Karma using her, I don't know what her Q is called. What is that called?
Inner Flame.
Inner Flame. I don't know. I didn't remember that. Oh, we can see the jump onto Vayne from Talon there.
Oh no, the rake missed.
The rake missed, but the Leona ult did not.
The Leona actually did because she was already dead.
Just barely. We see a dive going on the bottom. A lot of pressure here from Team DW.
That's a triple kill for Practice Yellow. Trying to go for a quadra onto Maokai here. But Annie's coming in. That's going to be a lot of burst damage. Timbers comes down. That's actually the shutdown for Maokai. Leona has no fear, but maybe should, as Kavi goes down. Does not have revive for a while. But Kayle, meanwhile, is taking the refinery.
Yes. Meanwhile, Kayle just absolutely took out the refinery. I believe there's a comeback in order here. Sitting at 7 health. Annie's going to get jumped on by Xin Zhao here, using the Audacious Charge and his 3-talent strike, getting some massive crits off, using the Ghost Blade to catch up. Exhaust goes off. Unfortunately,
Diana came in time.
That's a cooldown blown by Annie there. So if Talon or Xin Zhao can get to her again during a team fight, she doesn't have that exhaust up, which is extremely strong. So it looks like Team Murka Murka is trying to regroup here to regain control of the jungle, see if they can do anything with this. 193 to 7. DW holds point control currently. See if Team Murka Murka can make a mad dash for the Storm Shield here to try and gain an advantage. A lot of posturing. Sweeper goes off, revealing the entire team of Murka Murka there. Though Maokai just doesn't care, gets a snare onto Talon there, saying Talon is our main focus. Talon not caring at all. Nice intervention there onto Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao killing Vi almost immediately. Talon getting taken down by Vayne. Vayne, the main focus of Xin Zhao. Unfortunately, Vayne is still up. You cannot allow that.
But nice ripped up from Fallen.
Karma roaming up from bot lane, getting a double kill. Diana not in time to respond to even try and neutralize the bottom point. We do see 2 revives go off from both Talon and Zhao, though.
Yeah, that's really
this game is getting dangerously close for Team Murka Murka.
And they're actually just going to gank Jiffy right now. But that means that they have no one at the windmill, so they're going to have to be able to make something happen in bot. Because I don't think Kel can defend 1v2. I does not have intervention right now. She gets exhausted. She's going to go down almost immediately. That was so much focus on bot lane. They left the windmill completely open. Yeah,
I don't think this is going to be very well rewarded here. They're going to try and dive onto bot lane. Leona trying to distract top as long as possible. Diana going down almost immediately. Doesn't have a revive up. Maokai trying to delay as long as possible. He does have a revive up. See if he can do anything about this. The neutral goes off top lane. Maokai revives almost immediately. We can see the 3-man trying to neutralize bottom as soon as possible.
They got the neutral.
They get the neutral, trying to take down the tree again. Misses the inner flame from Karma. Maokai just trying to stall for as long as possible. The minions are trying to cap as well. Zhao gets the kill there. Top is taken out. Mid is being pressured by Murka Murka there.
Okay, they got the neutral. Leona is going for neutral of her own. Vayne's going to be able to take her out, and they're not going to get there in time.
Unfortunately, too much focus there at the very end at bottom lane. I don't think they'll get the neutralize at mid here. We see Tibbers trying to help out as much as possible. Talon taking out Vi, and that is game. Team Murka Murka in the lead with 1-2-5-0. Congratulations to Team Murka Murka. Very good game. Almost a comeback from Team Dreamum Wakeupum.
It's a pretty good name.
It's very good. It just trips up the tongue very, very easily.
But Talon actually is... I'm pretty sure Talon is also going to be the graveyard hero in addition to having the most damage dealt to champions.
That would be very likely.
But Talon was ahead of Annie there.
Talon is kind of a suicide bomber in that he jumps in, dishes out as much damage as possible, and then dies. Kayle can try and stymie that a bit with intervention, but I mean, it's just kind of his job. He finds the priority target, uses Cutthroat, and just unleashes his combo.
So Talon is in fact the graveyard hero, but also did have the most damage dealt to champions at 45,436. Just a little bit ahead of Annie there, but yeah, it was a really good comeback for a little while there by Dreamum Wakeupum, but just a little bit of an overcommit towards bot lane at the end of the game.
I feel like Dreamum Wakeupum is set up a very good team composition here in that they had really strong backline dive comp, Talons and Zhao, Leona, and then they had Kayle to support whoever was the lowest at the time. Unfortunately, I just don't feel that they executed the team comp properly. They set it up nicely. Occasionally, you can see it very, very closely at the end. Leona hit some nice 2 to 3 people stun and slows. So those team fights were won, but then there were some missed ults here and there. Talon getting caught out by Maokai, which spells very bad times for Talon in general. Zhao getting caught out here and there. And Kayle not getting the interventions at the appropriate time there. So I just think if they work on their execution, they can definitely contend with Murka Murka next time should they face off.
Alright, so with that, we're going to cut over to hold screen real quick. We're going to throw up a commercial break. Please turn off your ad block and help support Dominate Gaming. And when we get back, we're going to have a match between It's Fast, It's Fun versus Safano's Bear Tibbers.